But here's the solutions. We have consumer direct, and I'll explain what these are at the end for the listeners. Indirect lending, also known as merchant lending, and secured lending. Those are three things, right? Those are the three things. I'll explain. Consumer direct, or direct to consumer, they call it, is when your customer goes and gets a personal loan from a lending institution, the money goes to them, and then hopefully that customer pays you, the contractor. That's good for some contractors. Electricians, plumbers, they're just in there for a short, quick job, maybe a small ticket, and they don't really care about financing because they just want to give the customer a payment option. Let the customer get the money, and then they want them to get paid. Right. But for replacement guys that want to maintain control at the point of sale, like roofers, generators, windows and doors, etc., it's super important that you control the point of sale because you don't want them out there bidding and all the other things that they'll do if you turn them into a cash customer. It's important for you to get the money directly to your ACH at the end. And that's called merchant lending or indirect lending, meaning that closed loop funding. The customer can't go to the lenders that you're enrolled with us to get the money to secure that job. It has to go through you. And John, that customer's approval is only good with you. You can't go to ABC, XYZ down the road and use that money, got to prove it. It's closed loop.
Super important. Super important. Happens all the time.
Yep, maintains control at the point of sale. Whereas direct to consumer, you've turned your customer into a cash customer. And I'm not going to name all those lenders. We know who they are. And they can go bid you, cash discount you, and do all the things that cash buyers do. I said do. All right. So explain. That's consumer lending. Why do I offer it? Because not every contractor's been in business for 2 years and does $500,000 a year annual sales revenue. Some guys are new and it's all that they can offer, and offering something is better than offering nothing. That's why I built direct to consumer in the model, soft credit pull, cost nothing. There you go. Indirect lending, same thing. You've got multiple lenders, and then secured lending. Let's talk about that for a sec. Why would I add a finance solution in Improvify that takes 14 to 25 days to close? I'll explain why. Because sometimes metal roofs are $150,000. Sometimes kitchen floors and baths are $255,000, aka California, and some of the larger home improvements. Sometimes contractors need progress pay throughout a project so they can do a home improvement. Unsecured lending to $100,000 ain't going to cut it for those guys. I'm on the phone with a design, remodel, or renovation guy, and he's like, cool. What are my progress pays? And I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? You get paid at the end. That ain't going to work for me. Click. Like, that's not me providing a solution. So I partnered up with the nation's largest mortgage company. We built a renovation remodeling team that gives homeowners future appraised value on their projects. Why is that important? Well, because if you're doing a $150,000 home improvement, shouldn't the appraisal reflect the fact that you have an appraised increased value in the home? Boom. So that's why I combined secured lending. I like to do loans over 100,000 for any of those listening. I will go down to 50. Indirect merchant lending, direct to consumer, all under one company called Improvify.
Awesome. It's a very, very good solution. I'm glad somebody has done it because it's a common question from contractors I talk to, and then definitely homeowners that we talk to. It's like, how does this work? You know, here's a question.
Yeah.
So you mentioned Lending Tree. So if somebody does a soft pull, is the consumer going to get shotgun blown up with people reaching out to them?
No, it's just point of sale. Here's your options. Boom, right there. So it doesn't go to a market. It doesn't go to a marketplace, right?
It's a huge thing. It's a huge
thing.
Probably
shouldn't have made that the
comparison.
It's hard to make a comparison because this model doesn't really exist right now. But for those thinking, like, instead of just having one offer from a lender, you're going to have hopefully multiple offers, like a 15-year, a 12-year, a 7-year, and a 12-month same as cash hybrid that rolls to but like you'll have 3 options for the customer to go, oh my goodness, the payment's only 114 here. Okay, that's the interest rate. All right, the payment's 140 here, and that's the interest rate. Oh, wow, the interest rate's 8.99. I like that. And there's no prepay. So yeah, maybe we'll go with the middle option. And then you've got your 837 borrower, your FICO, that's a cash buyer, has the money, doesn't want to spend it. And he goes, dude, just give me the 12-month same as cash. I'm going to pay this thing off when my taxes and my bonus come in. I don't even pay interest on anything, but I don't really want to use my credit card right now. I don't want to pull the money out of 401k or sell my Bitcoin. I'll just use your 12-month same as cash, John, and I'll pay this thing off in a couple months. There's no prepayment penalty. So that's kind of like the mentality of the choices that you always want to present to a consumer. 3 options, let them decide. But hey, we always take cash check or your insurance check as well. Right? Like, yeah. So that's a concept, man. That's what I built, and now I need money. Somebody out there listening to this, give me money so we can go build this company together.
Yeah, I mean,
it's really cool. It's unique. There's oh God, I'm gonna say it out loud. I don't give a shit. Nobody's doing what I'm doing in the United States of America, period, end paragraph. I'm a blue ocean strategy, and there's no company that does direct to consumer, indirect lending, and secured lending under one roof.